Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video, and today I will be showcasing my Shameless entertainment collection. I have 57 titles so far, and I have one box set coming in the mail yet. And I'm going to showcase my collection in 3 parts. This will be part 1, and I'm going to show you the first 23 titles today. And I'm going to show you them in chronological order. So this is spine number 1. This is Fulci's New York Ripper. And I have to be careful showing you some of these covers because there are nudity on some of these covers. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through and show you everything that I have. And these DVDs are region 0, so they should play on any DVD player. And if you can see, that's spine number 1, New York Ripper. Next up we have Phantom of Death, and this is a Deodato classic, and this is finally uncut for the first time on DVD in the UK. And Shameless Entertainment is another UK label, and they are very famous for their yellow cases. All of their DVDs and Blu-rays up to this point have come in yellow cases, which is really cool. It pops on your shelf. It just really looks nice. This is spine number 2, and that is Deodato's Phantom of Death. Up next we have Killer Nun. And another thing about Shameless is they have witty little taglines, and if you can see at the top it says, "At last, the slut is uncut." And it has a finally uncut first time on UK DVD. And this is a pretty cool slasher from the, I believe this is from the early 80s, could be late 70s. And these do have reversible covers. I'm not going to take them all out, but you can see what the reverse cover looks like. It doesn't really pick it up, but that is Killer Nun. Okay, number 4 is Torso. And a lot of you guys remember this brutal slasher. This is probably one of the most gory slashers. And it has a lot of nudity in it. And their little tagline is, "Where horrors meet saws." So that is Torso. And you can see in the back, that's what the reversible cover looks like. And that is what was on the US release. And that is spine number 4. So that is Torso. And next we have Venus in Furs. She's the bitch with the switch. And a lot of these covers do have nudity, like I said, and they place the little sticker on the DVD case itself, so you can still pull the insert out and you can switch the cover. I'm not going to show you what's underneath there, but you can see the reversible cover right there. Yeah, some of these are pretty risque, so you have to be careful. Next we have a Fulci classic, and this is The Black Cat. And this is a good one. This is a good little... Fulci doesn't disappoint. I really enjoy the Maestro's work, so... And you can see the reversible cover up there. And you can see some of the stills and some of the gory goodness from Fulci's The Black Cat. And next we have Flavia the Heretic, and this is uncut. And if I took that insert out, you would see an eyeful right there. But we're not going to do that, and we can't look at the back for the same reason. I keep these DVDs in these plastic cases. You can pick these up. I was only able to find these online in the UK, and I think I ordered 200 of them. And you can get these for pennies on the dollar, but I like to keep my Shameless releases in there because it's not that easy to replace yellow cases. And you know, if you get shelf wear and tear, it's easier to just replace a plastic casing than it is for the whole DVD itself. So that's my reasoning for that, and I recommend you guys can, if you want more information on that, let me know, and I can get you the website to get some of those plastic sleeves. And I would recommend them if you want to keep some of your stuff a little bit more protected. This is another Fulci classic. This is Manhattan Baby, and this cover is really nice. It's way better than the alternate cover. Let me see if I can show you that alternate cover. I may pull this one out just to show you guys that the alternate cover is not very good on the inside. This is spine number 8. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I've done it before, so now, these things are really in tight. That is the inside cover. A little boring to me. It just, I'm not really crazy about that cover. This cover here is much better. And I'm not sure if that's commissioned artwork through Shameless or if that was poster art. I don't recall ever seeing that one, but it could have been poster art from the release when it came out. So that is Manhattan Baby, and that was spine number 8. Now here we have the Night Train Murders, and this is a good one. You know, this was kind of this one kind of flew under the radar. This is a 70s slasher. Punks on the train terrorizing people. Horror board. Somebody just wanted to be, the little diva wanted to be on camera. So, where was I here? Horror board, and 88 Films is taking pre-orders for the Blu-ray. I recommend going over to 88films.com. It might be 88films.co.uk, but I mean, if you just Google it, you'll find it. And pre-order that Blu-ray. Do yourself a favor. This is a good movie. And there's the reversible cover. And this is spine number 9. So that is the Night Train Murders, uncut. And you can go on Amazon.uk or eBay.uk, and these are not terribly expensive. Some of the earlier ones, the New York Ripper, the first one, is out of print, and that might be a little more expensive. Little by little, these are going out of print as time goes on. These are getting harder and harder to find. So I recommend going over to one of those sites that I mentioned and just browse some of the titles and you know, grab the ones you want before it's too late. And I actually have a contact over in the UK that I get a bunch of these from, and if you're interested, inbox me and I can get you his direct contact information, and you can order a bunch of these and he'll save you on shipping and stuff like that. It's a little expensive still to ship overseas, and he does the best he can, but I mean, you could get a bunch of these and save yourself money on shipping in the long run. So, and he'll be happy to take your business. You know, he's a nice guy. So this is spine number 10. And this is The Frightened Woman. And before I got this release, I had a bootleg copy of the US DVD, and this was quite an upgrade, and I was glad to get it. This needs a Blu-ray release, and hopefully somebody will release this. With all these companies that are out now, Code Red, Vinegar Syndrome, 88 Films, Arrow, somebody will release this, I'm sure. So this is spine number 10, and this is The Frightened Woman. Next up we have My Dear Killer. She just wants some attention right now. She's a good dog. We went out to the dog walk today. Today was a 60-degree day in Wisconsin, which the last couple of days were in the 20s, and now we got the 60s, and that's Wisconsin for you. So we enjoyed a little walk. It was good. I thought she'd be tuckered out by now, so I thought I'd do a video, but here she is wanting more attention. But spine number 11 is My Dear Killer, and I do not know a lot about this movie. I have not watched this movie yet, and there are some of these Shameless. I got quite a bit of them, and I did not get a chance to watch all of them. So if anybody knows anything about My Dear Killer, please leave a comment below. Let me know how it is. I do plan to watch it someday, so it's just on my to-watch list. Now here is spy number 12, and this is Rat Man, and this has one of the funnier taglines. If you can see that up the top up there, it says, "He's the critter from the shitter." And I didn't get a chance to watch the Shameless edition, but I do have in the US, there's a label called Apprehensive Films. I recommend checking those guys out. They're a very small company. I got a bunch of DVDs from them. They have some limited stock right now, some limited stuff, and it's hand numbered and it's pretty cool. But I ended up picking this up from Apprehensive Films. And if you're interested in that label, let me know and I can hook you up with those guys. You can get some pretty good stuff. They have very small quantities. Like they have issues of 300 and 250 and 1,000 for for certain titles. So it'd be nice for them to get some business. But yeah, I have not checked this one out just yet. But if you look at this little guy right here, I'm gonna cover up that lady. You see that little guy in the bottom right corner. At the time this film was made, I think he was like he's 3 feet tall or something like that, and he was the smallest actor in the world at the time. And this movie is more of like a comedy horror than it is. I mean, you can't take it serious. But that little guy, he played a good little part. I mean, he was running around, jumping, having a great time. So, spy number 13 is "What Have They Done to Your Daughters?" And the killer in this one kind of reminds me of the killer from Amsterdam, if you guys ever saw that movie. That one is also a Shameless Entertainment release. And he's got the motorcycle leathers on, he's got the helmet, and he's got different types of knives and cleavers that he uses for his kills and stuff like that. So it's an okay movie. I mean, it's better than average. I like this kind of like 70s cheese. This is right up my alley right here. And Shameless is really good for putting out these obscure titles that you don't really hear about. I'd like to see some Blu-ray releases for some of these, but for now I'll be happy to take these DVDs. Okay, up next is number 14 in the series, and this is called "Who Saw Her Die?" Another 70s slasher, whodunit. And these Italian films have a lot of cheesy effects and practical effects, and they have a lot of nudity, and I don't really have anything more to say about this film. I just want to kind of breeze through these and show you what I have. There's a lot of nudity on these covers. So this is spy number 15, and this is "The Designated Victim." And if you get a cover lady right there, you can see the reverse cover looks pretty cool. I believe that was the Italian cover. So that is spy number 15, "The Designated Victim." And I got a few more here. I got maybe about 5 or 6 more titles. Here's one called "Strip Nude for Your Killer." Some more Italian slasher goodness. And I'm not going to be able to show you the back of this one. It's just covered in nudity. So I wish I could show you guys, but I do not want to get flagged. Here is spy number 17. And this is "Oasis of Fear." And this is you can tell by the guy's jacket, this is a UK horror film. And there's more nudity here. I'm just going to have to, I was going to show you the inside cover, but you can't really pick it up anyway. So that is number 17, "Oasis of Fear." And next we have "Watch Me When I Kill." And I believe this is the commissioned artwork. I can't say for sure because I don't remember a lot of these posters from some of these obscure titles. But I can show you the back of this one here. And this is spy number 18, "Watch Me When I Kill." Next up we have Baba Yaga, the final cut. Finally uncut, first time on UK DVD. And a lot of these films were on the video nasties list of the 80s, back when the UK had pretty strict guidelines for a lot of their films, and they were banning everything. And now they're, you know, over the last 5, 10, 12 years, whatever, they've been re-released, or they're allowed to release a lot of these now. So Shameless hit the ground running, and they put out a bunch of stuff. And here we have Footprints on the Moon, the fan edition. And the fan editions have the reversible covers, and I think they may have a little extra content. It looks like it has the... Yeah, it doesn't really say too much what it has. It just says it has the Shameless rebuild edit of the film, and then it has optional English or Italian audio and subtitles, promotional archive, image gallery, and original trailers, and 20 Shameless trailers. So it doesn't really have too much as far as extras, but you know, the prints on some of these, even as DVDs, are pretty good. I mean, it's very enjoyable. And that was spine number 20. So that was the first 20. And what Shameless did on their first 20 releases is, I don't know if it's going to be hard for me to show you without having them on a shelf, but if you can see the black on each spine, there was lettering. And for the first 20 DVDs, it spells out Shameless like that. That's what the first 20 DVDs on the bookshelf spells Shameless all the way across. And I'll have to show you someday when I have them all on my shelves. Now this is Enzo Castellari's The Bronx Warriors Trilogy. This is a really cool set. It comes in a tin. And this is spine number 21. I don't know if you can pick that up. It says Sham 21, Shameless 21. And it has the Bronx Warriors trilogy in there. And so you have the Bronx Warriors. And that artwork is really cool. I wouldn't mind having a poster of that. This is a good series. Kind of a gang, post-apocalyptic, you know, violent for the sake of being violent type of a movie. There's Enzo Castellari right there. And he's pretty fan-friendly on Facebook. If you guys have a Facebook account, look up Enzo Castellari and send him a request. And he'll interact with you. I mean, I've talked to him a couple times, and he's clicked like on some of my posts, and he's a nice guy. So check that one out. That is the Bronx Warriors. Next is Escape from the Bronx. Actually, before I show you that one, I'm going to go back and show you the spine number on this one. This is, it says 21.1 because there's 3 for the box set. So that's 21.1. This is 21.2, and this is Escape from the Bronx, and that's also very good artwork. You can see on the guy's shirt that it's the same image that's on the tin. Very cool. And that is Escape from the Bronx. And like I said, these are cheesy films. I mean, this is another popcorn series. You just pop a big bowl of popcorn, get a soda, sit down and just chill and have a little marathon. And the last one that I'm going to show for today is 21.3, and that is The New Barbarians. So you can see the artwork on the back. Kinda. I guess you guys are going to have to bear with me until I get a different camera, but I'm showing you the best that I can right now. And I'll show you a little bit more about the tin here. It's not really a whole lot to it. The one that I got might have been still a little bit wet when they took it out, because I have there's a lot of like smeared ink on my tin, and I noticed that it got onto my DVDs a little bit, and this came directly from the UK. So I don't know if this was when they painted these box sets if maybe it was a little bit wet and they rushed it together. I don't know. But there you can see the 3 movies, the tin. This is a very good series. I recommend picking this one up, just even for the cheese factor alone. So that is all for my part 1 of my Shameless Entertainment DVD collection. I will probably go through tomorrow and record part 2, maybe part 3, and kind of wrap it up just to show you guys what I have. But again, if you're interested in these titles, go right over to their website. It's shamelessentertainment.com. You can Google it, it'll come up. And if you're interested in the guy that I deal with, leave me a message and I can get his information to you. I'll contact him and let him know that you're interested and get you guys hooked up, and you can start ordering directly from him. He's very trustworthy. He ships very well protected, and he ships on time. It does take a little while to get things from the UK, so you have to be a little patient. Sometimes it can take 3 weeks to a month. It shouldn't take more than that, but sometimes there's cases where it does take longer than a month, and it's not the shipper's fault. It's the mail sometimes, so just got to be a little patient sometimes. But if you have any comments, please leave them below and tell me what your favorite Shameless titles are, and look forward to part 2 tomorrow and maybe part 3. So I will talk to you guys later.